morning. Monday morning, second day. The sky looks exactly the same as it did yesterday. The wind is more from the northwest now. Much calmer. No fog, no sunrise. Just gray. Gonna set up breakfast cooking duties over back here. I packed up some of my gear in the tent already. And then get right back here out of the wind. Nice and calm back here amongst these nice big white pines. Well, I'm almost done packing up this morning. I just realized I still have my life jacket on. I was cold. It was the closest thing handy, so I put it on. Warms you right up. Anyway, almost done packing up my tent. Got my dishes all done from breakfast. It's about 8:30. Wind is getting a little worse from time to time. Just want to get the heck off of Brule. Plan is to go north. Currently, I debated on it a lot last night. Kind of want to go to the west end of the lake. Go check out the Temperance Lakes and maybe up to Cherokee, but there are so darn many people around. There's just canoes. I probably saw 30 canoes yesterday. Most I ever saw in a single day, I bet. They were just everywhere. There's already been a parade by this morning a couple of times. A lot of people around, so I think I'll go north up to Winchell and north of there in those small lakes. I think that's a good plan. Start there anyway. I'm setting out onto gray Brule here. Really calm on this side of my island. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but on the back side of me, you can hear the wind through the pines. So, well, I'm going around the corner into the wind, I guess. Sure, a nice campsite. Tempting to stay there some more days, but yeah, there's the wind blew me out that far already. Here's the campsite. Pretty nice looking. Someone's gonna get lucky with that thing tonight. Not sure. Head out around this point and into the wind. Although it's not bad, really. Even looking from here, it's not too bad. Brule is a big lake. Pretty nice out here right now. Can't complain about this. Then I'm gonna head over this way around this point right here. Actually, some nice dark calm water. I'll head for that. Approaching the Portage landing here into Lily on the north side of Brule. It's been many years since I've been here. Saw a couple of open campsites along the way. Brule, just those a short mile or so on across it. So I don't know where all the people are going. I'll probably find out. Well, second day and first portage of the trip. Oh, tripped over a rock. I don't know if that's ever happened to me before. Kind of interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of remnants on this portage of the '99 blowdown. A lot of these big big white pines blowing down all over in the woods here. Tough to see, but some really big cedars too. Actually, this one's a big cedar. This is the Portage. Yeah, this is the Portage that has a very large cedar on it that blew down in the 99 blowdown. I got a picture of it years ago with my paddle laying on top of it, and pretty sure that, if I remember right, that tree was about 4 feet in diameter. Cedar. I counted some rings, did an estimation, and I came up with about 800 years old. It was cut off with a chainsaw. During those few days they had to use chainsaws here to clear portages. Just a sidewalk here so far. Well, we'll see how it goes. Double packing it as usual. Paddle in one hand. Pretty balanced, pretty comfortable. Not bad at all. Except for these boulder fields. Stream crossing or something. I better watch what I'm doing here. Oh, here's the big cedar actually. Right there. Recreate that as my 52-inch paddle. So it's not quite 4 feet, but that was a big cedar tree. Here's the log laying next to it. That's a slice of it. Here's the rest of it. Boy, that was a big tree. You can see the growth rings maybe. Oops. Life jacket fell off. Alright, let's keep moving. Here's the north shore of Lily. We were here right after the blowdown, and see that big stand of white pines, big beautiful trees, were all on that ridge, and they used to continue this way. And anyway, the blowdown knocked down a big chunk of them right where the Portage is. And the Portage was pretty crazy back then. They had, just basically cut through the piles of big logs. It was quite bizarre. But so it looks like it used to be, pretty clear there. It looks like some of the trees have grown back in a little bit since the blowdown. Interesting. See when we get up there. This old crib dock thing in the water down here on the north shore of the Lily. Goes down there quite a ways. This is part of the day back when there was resorts here that people could bring their boats up here, I suppose, from Brule. There's one at the south end of Lily. It's nasty too, slippery, and that's right on the edge of the shore. This one's bad because it's got nails sticking out. You can get snagged up on pretty easy. Yeah, here's Mulligan Lake. Got another interesting landing. The old logs there, hard to see, but there's a row of them out there in the water, but it's all filled in with gravel at least. Pretty nice. An interesting thing about this lake, there's a old, maybe it'll focus, maybe it won't, talus slope over there, and crumbled rock from the hillside. Gotta figure out why the autofocus isn't working. And yeah, right on this big cedar tree, the old Portage marker used to be here. There's the talus slope. Amazing how some places crumble like that. Most of it doesn't. Now this is Grassy Lake. It's here. I was here years ago with Becky, and the beaver dam behind us was blown out. And this lake was completely dry. You had a bushwhack all the way around it through the sticks and stuff on the side. Pretty healthy beaver dam back there behind us. Oh yeah. I think this one, Portage landings change all the time on this one. You can smell the swamp grass in here. Pretty moosey. Yeah, it looks like the commonly used landing. It's beautiful up here in the lee side of this lake here, Mulligan, north end. So past the first two people I've seen all day on the water, that is, other than the ones that paraded by my campsite in the morning. Nobody else really seems to be out, I guess. Here's the portage from Winchell to Omega. I didn't record anything going across Winchell. The landing was pretty rough getting out there from Mulligan, and I ended up getting, it was pretty tough to get out there. And then it was that north wind, which it's a little bit northeast, kind of was hammering all the way across the lake. I checked out the first, so 1, 2, 3, 4 campsites. There was one, I think, that was open, but I couldn't really tell. The furthest one to the west, I didn't go down there because I didn't want to paddle back. But I did look at the other 3. There was people in all of them. So I decided to come up this way to Omega. Looks very tranquil out there, but the wind's right in my face all day. Tricky little landing right here. It's used a bit, but the Portage doesn't appear to be used as much as some. Yeah, this is Omega. Hopefully where I'll stay tonight. There's a canoe coming. Pretty little lake. Well, I'm here in Omega up in the northwest corner, and I have officially found it. The very worst campsite in the Boundary Waters. Has to be. I have stayed at hiking sites that were 10 times better than this thing. I can't believe it. It's in a beautiful little bay back here, but it looks like a portage landing. You won't look like from a distance. Had to check my map a few times. There's just a little trail back here. You know, this annoying stick here to climb over. It's got a little fire grate down here in a hole. If it rained a 1/4 inch, that would be full of water. There's just really nothing here. This is it. This is the whole site. I think when the sun does come out, that helps make it a little cheerier. It was really dark when I first got here. I think this is going to be my tent pad. It's a little low in the middle, but at least it's kind of large enough. Then you could maybe get a tent up there, pretty much on a side hill. But the rest of it is just completely solid woods, and there isn't even anywhere to walk. It's kind of different. One more thing that's a concern to me, well, besides the fact that there's nowhere to really sit out and get any decent views other than maybe right here, but the landing was quite quite terrible. Big boulders and deep water. There's really nowhere to get decent water to drink. I'm gonna have to try to filter that dark stuff full of black soot that I just stirred up. Maybe I can find some way to work my way down the shoreline to get a little more. But like I said, very pretty view. There was 3 canoes racing around the lake. I went one way around an island. The other canoe went the other way to go up to the north end. I headed down this way. Just as I got to the, I guess you'd call it the south site, 2 canoes come just shooting around the corner, just wide open, paddling as hard as they could, and they pulled up to that site on the point. Missed it by 30 seconds. And that other party I saw going north turned around and came back and came down in this bay here after I was sitting here trying to figure out what to do. So apparently the north one is full too. So yeah, crazy. Like I said, I found where all the people went off of Brule. Well, I got chased inside the tent by rain. I was sitting out there in my chair. Actually just got my shoes, dry shoes on. Got my, kind of tired actually. I got my wet shoes off. I hung up my wet pant legs and walked back to the campsite, and it started raining. Unbelievable. No rain forecast at all, and it just started raining. And so I quick set up the tent as fast as I could in the rain. Just threw all my gear in here. Just threw it all in here actually. Nothing got wet, and now it quit. And there's actually a little breeze, so that's nice. Things might dry out. I still haven't eaten. Gotta get after that. Well, I was out of the tent, got some water filtered, and back in the tent. It's not too hard, it's just enough that you need some cover. I don't have my tarp set up. I was thinking about going out and trying to run quick and try to get the tarp set up in a amount of time, but it is kind of sunny skies around the outside perimeter of us here. I can't really see because I'm in these thick woods, but from what I can tell, this might not last too long, we'll hope. Alright, I'm going to do my recap of the day, Monday, my second day here in the tent, because I'm already here. I've got all my gear packed up for the night, and there's no reason to really go outside. The campsite's very small, a little hole in the woods, a little tiny trail to the lake, really no scenery. It's dark, it's cold, you know, considering the summer. Overall, pretty good day today. I traveled from Brule up through all that string of little lakes, including Grassy, up to through Winchell, and eventually up here to Omega. All the campsites along the way were full, other than there's one at the edge of Brule, believe it or not, that was open. And there's one on Winchell I didn't check on that one end, and I did not go down, you know, past the, I guess it'd be 4 or 5 campsites into B5 into Winchell. I didn't go past that. I decided to go turn and go north, not fight the wind anymore. And I guess got a campsite. I'm grateful. Oh, the red squirrel's not happy. And it's not a very good site. That's one of the worst I've ever seen, or can't even imagine being less of a campsite than this. Really no place to put a tent, but I do have my tent set up to get out of the rain. I'm down in a hole, and there's lots of rocks and stuff. It's working. It's gonna work. And that's pretty much it. Tomorrow I'm gonna go off and do something else. But it's been a long day, and I'm pretty tired. Might hit the sack. Thanks for coming along, and thanks for watching.